Hi everyone in English 2323, it's Dr. E and I'm here with your week 15 instructional video. I hope you had a good week last week and that you feel a little bit rejuvenated, refreshed. I know it can be hard to get back into the swing of things, especially when it's for, a week and a half. What can I say? The scheduling is never great. The timing is never great. So just know that we are so close to the end and get that extra little burst of energy because we have the multimedia project coming up, and hopefully that is more exciting than maybe having a final exam, which I'm sure you're all studying and preparing for. So good luck with that. I'm going to jump to the content area because I want to review a few things about all the information that's provided here. So I was noticing in the multimedia project plans that we could use, maybe some of us, some review when it comes to MLA, because that is a requirement, whether for better or worse. We have to follow MLA guidelines, and that's kind of part of the assignment. I don't want you walking out of our course without having a sense of how to cite information properly, which does not mean you have to be an MLA expert, especially because in other classes you're likely using APA, Chicago style, any of the other, but knowing how to use one formatting method can help with others, because you get the sense of just how strict information is when it comes to, like, where do you place the punctuation, what information needs to be included in text citations, that kind of thing. So there are examples, there's the video, all of that information is included here. So make sure you're reviewing that so you can earn the best possible grade for the work that you've done. All right, I'm going to pause for just 1 second. Okay, my apologies. I wanted to make sure everything is visible for you. So if you take a look, this week we have our multimedia project, but there's also a hard deadline for any bonus credit. So make sure that if that's something you want to consider, that you take the time to complete that. I don't round up grades. There's so much grading and so much happening in the last couple of weeks. I'm just grading, right? So I'm not focused in on who has a 98.2, not that you would need to round up for that, who has an 88.2, because that's obviously not something that should be rounded up anyway. Anyhow, do extra credit, but know that what you see now as your grade is not necessarily what you're earning so far, because there are still some grades that need to be uploaded, and we have our big multimedia project due this week, so that can definitely change the landscape of your grade, hopefully for the better. So make sure you're meeting all those guidelines and expectations so you get the best possible grade, right? All right, so make sure that you've reviewed the feedback for the project plans, and to do that you'll go up to the course activities area and click on assignments. I can't necessarily see exactly what y'all see in your student accounts, but you should see feedback from me in this area. So if you go to the multimedia project plan, go here, then you should see some feedback, and you can also, click on the link to go. But from what I understand, you should see the feedback here, and if there's any Turnitin feedback, that will be included as well with a link. Okay, I wish we could see what y'all see, but it can't be that easy with D2L, right? It's got to be complicated. All right, your multimedia project is going to be posted in the discussion area, so you need to submit your project by Thursday, and then you need to have your responses due, responses to your colleagues due by Sunday, okay? So make sure you're following all the guidelines and expectations, and then I did put a reminder for next week. Please don't email me about making up any missed assignments. We're kind of past that point. There have been some opportunities. So this is usually the time in the semester when we start to freak out, right? We start to panic, and we start to maybe get a bit desperate and reach out to our professors. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do this. I'm saying if you do this, it should be way before this date, right? Because we are all under quite a bit of pressure, right? You with finals coming up, and professors like me with getting grades finalized and working towards that date when we need to submit those finalized grades. So our patience, right, is wearing a bit thin, and so it's not the best time to approach us about this kind of stuff, especially when we have bonus credit available. And again, your grades will be updated this week so you can get a sense of where you stand, and if you follow all the guidelines and expectations, you'll get a good grade on the multimedia project, which will definitely change your grade for the better, right? All right. So you're viewing now what will be in this area right here, but I've also put the video for the multimedia project and the printed guidelines. So make sure you're reviewing that. For any academic assignment, it's not a bad idea to review the guidelines and expectations beforehand. And I do this in the video. I also go over examples, so that can really help, make you feel more confident and comfortable in what you're submitting and know that it's followed the guidelines. So everything is available here. And then you'll actually submit your work in the multimedia projects discussion board area, where there again are links to the guidelines and to the video. So make sure you're following the instructions here. So what you'll do is start a new thread and you'll put your name in the subject line, right? And then you'll paste your 3 paragraphs in the body here. So this is where sometimes we get lost a bit when it comes to posting our projects. Your project is in 2 parts, right? It's the paragraphs and then it's in your uploaded file or document. For some of you, it may be a video link. A link is the only thing that should go in the text box area aside from your 3 paragraphs, right? So the 3 paragraphs should not be included in a PowerPoint. They should not be in a Word document. They should be here. And then you'll upload whatever it is that you created as a file in this way. Note that if you have any trouble with uploading a file, if you get any notes from D2L or error messages, that's a time to go to OTS. I am not a tech expert. Y'all have probably picked up on that throughout the semester. So that's when you need to go to the D2L and tech help area. And all of that information is here. So you can go to the Virtual Learning Assistance Center or go directly to the OTS site where you can chat with somebody or give them a call. Okay, so just make sure that you are navigating to the right place and not asking me for advice or help when it comes to tech work. All right, so start a new thread, upload your document. You need to make sure that you're double checking that everything has loaded correctly. If you see somebody else's project and you note that you can't open a file that they've uploaded, just reply to their thread and let them know that, right? Let's help each other out, but ultimately it's your responsibility to make sure that your project is visible, downloadable, etc., meeting the guidelines. And then you need to respond to 5 colleagues by Sunday. So this is a hard deadline. We don't necessarily have a grace period because it is a discussion post and those require time for other people to engage with your ideas and then you can respond back, that kind of thing. But note that your feedback needs to be, I don't want to say in depth, but it needs to show that you've engaged with their ideas. I don't want just general kind of, oh wow, that's great feedback. You need more than this. You need to show that you've engaged with their project, you've looked at that, and you're engaging with their ideas. That has been the case throughout the semester for discussion posts, but it's definitely something that needs to be modeled here in your responses to 5 colleagues, right? Okay. Going back to week 15, that's essentially it. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns when it comes to your grades. If you see a grade that is incorrect or a grade that you have concern about, but don't email me about things that may have been missed, right? Focus on the bonus credit. All right, y'all, good luck. Good luck with studying for your finals next week and with getting your project done. I can't wait to see those.